I'm Kirk Tice, and these are our hospital stories. This hospital story is about a dying man's next of kin, Scamp and Riley, his dogs. Patient came to us with a terminal diagnosis and not very long to live. Carol Teufel, his social worker, learned that he had 2 dogs who were like his children and no one to care for them.
Well, I think it's an amazing story because not only were we able to help the patient who was scared and afraid, he didn't know what was wrong with him, but after I had interviewed him and spoken to him, right at the end he told me that he had 2 dogs in his house that were unattended. So that was sort of like, wow, now what are we going to do?
He was very concerned that his pups might wind up in a shelter and possibly put down.
I feel animals are a victim of their circumstances and someone has to speak out for them. So I'm always concerned when I hear of an animal in distress or not being cared for.
This patient was not at peace because his dogs had nowhere to go. And this was quite a challenge for his social worker, Carol.
So we had to take care of him and also try to find care for these 2 animals that were left alone.
Carol reached out to another member of our team, Mary Hennick, a physical therapist.
Carol's very pet-loving, animal-loving, and she knows that I am. She didn't know quite what to do, and she talked to me about it.
I mentioned the story to Mary, who happened to be on the floor. And to my surprise, she immediately got involved and made a phone call.
My phone rings and it's Mary at the other end. And could I help?
And together as a team, we would figure out what we would do with these dogs to help them, and in turn, help give our patient some peace of mind.
Eventually, with no other options, Carol, Mary, and Mary's partner, Benita, offered a promise to this patient that they would take these 2 dogs into their own home. It took only a few seconds for the women to say the right words that would allow this patient to die in peace.
When it was appropriate, it was time, he realized that he couldn't keep the dogs, and he gave us permission, signing some paperwork. He was at peace. He knew, I assured him that they were going to be okay. I promised him.
So I think he was just so happy that people were going to take care of them, and I think we expressed to him how much we love animals and that we were going to take care of them and they were going to be in our personal house.
He was very grateful that he no longer had to worry about his dogs. He knew they were being taken care of. And he thanked me and told me he was very happy and that he could now relax and take care of himself physically.
I think this man loved his dogs so much, and knowing that there were people out there that cared enough to do this for him and to do this for his dogs, I think gave him a lot of satisfaction and a lot of peace.
However, it took Mary and Benita years to live up to their promise of taking care of Scamp and Riley.
I love them. It was a mutual admiration society. They trusted me and they responded to me, and you never had to be afraid of them. It was like I was mommy.
Well, they were part of our household. And but the people were always asking me about them. People in the hospital, neighbors. They became part of our life.
Mary and Bonita, I will never be able to thank enough. I was able to go home at night and sleep knowing these animals were cared for. I think it was a wonderful thing they did. Without them, I don't know what kind of ending this story would have had.
I'd love to take credit for the countless successes of this hospital, but I can't. I'm nothing without these amazing people. I look forward to telling you more stories so you can know better these people who are right here waiting to help when you need them.